Female veterans are one of the fastest growing groups in the VA disability system, and they're earning higher average compensation than men, believe it or not. According to the latest VA data, 726,091 female veterans now are receiving VA disability pay, averaging over $27,000 per year, which is approximately $2,463 more than their male counterparts. Nearly 29% are rated 100% disabled. This is not about preference veterans, it's about recognition and support. Women veterans are finally seeing their physical and visible wounds reflected in their VA ratings. Not all wounds go noticed. So, in this live stream, I'm going to be breaking down why female veterans' VA disability numbers are rising, which conditions are actually driving the increase, and what this means for the future of VA disability compensation for female veterans. Is it favoritism, special programs? Is it some secret loophole only women get access to? Well, buckle up because the truth is not what most people think. I'm going to break it down here. And by the end of this episode, you're going to understand something that will change the way you look at VA disability compensation, for a while. Let's get into it, okay? Let's break down the myth versus the fact, okay? Let me kill the myth. No, female veterans do not magically just get higher ratings because they're women, okay? And no, the VA doesn't just hand out extra percentages based on the gender of someone. But the data shows something very, very important, okay? Female veterans on average receive higher monthly compensation than male veterans. Why? Because women file different types of claims. They have different medical patterns and they often experience service related conditions at higher rates than their male counterparts. This really, really matters. And it tells a story almost no one is talking about. Okay. When I talk about different claims, okay, look, they're the same conditions off of the 38 Code of Federal Regulations, but they're different claims. And a lot of the claims that I'm going to be getting into that women are filing, they hold a higher percentage. What you have to understand is a lot of people are fighting from the wrong angle. They just absolutely are with their VA disability. You have to understand that certain claims, certain conditions can only go so high and are pretty limited. Like tinnitus, can't go above 10%. Your back, the average rating is generally anywhere from 10 to 20%. Your knees, your musculoskeletal conditions, 10, 20%. I'm not saying that there's not anybody out there with a higher rating, but what I am saying, veterans, is that that's a typical, pretty much par for the course rating. Okay. And women file different claims that can get them higher ratings as well. And I'm going to break that down. Okay. So, four reasons female veterans often receive higher VA compensation is women are most likely to file claims that do get approved. Okay. Women statistically file more claims for conditions that the VA recognizes clearly and consistently as well. One of the main drivers for all VA disability claims is mental health. Okay. So, PTSD from military sexual trauma. That is something huge that happens. Okay. And PTSD, what is the average rating for a mental health claim? It's generally 50 to 70%, with an average rating being around 70% as of right now. So that one rating, you could have you can have 10 musculoskeletal conditions theoretically speaking and not even have near that rating. Okay. A bunch of tens ain't going to get you too far. Okay. They have gynecological issues. Okay. They have chronic pain disorders. They have, again, mental health conditions. So here's the kicker: when these conditions are present, the ratings tend to be higher, especially with mental health. MST related PTSD often carries higher ratings as well. Female veterans experience MST at a disproportionately higher rate compared to men. Think about that. PTSD tied to MST frequently results in stronger medical evidence, more consistent symptoms, higher impairment levels, and that often leads to 50%, 70%, or even at times 100% ratings. Okay. And women seek treatment more consistently. Men are just more proud by nature. They don't want to, hey, I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna deal with it. Right? Women seek treatment more consistently. Treatment matters with your VA disability claims. Without treatment, how's the VA going to know the frequency, severity, and duration of whatever it is that you're going through? Evidence, guess what that does? Wins claims, period. Female veterans statistically seek medical care more frequently. They report symptoms earlier. They follow up more consistently. And this creates what? A well documented medical trail. Again, evidence wins claims, period. And guess what the VA loves more than anything? Documentation. This alone boosts approval rates and rating percentages. And number four, undiagnosed conditions in women, that typically equals larger claim packages. Many women leave service with multiple underdiagnosed conditions, everything from pelvic floor disorders to migraines to chronic fatigue, etc. When they finally decide or they finally file their claim, they don't file one claim. They file 5, 6, 8 conditions at once. And when multiple conditions stack, the combined ratings can climb fast. Okay. So here's the truth that nobody says out loud. Female veterans aren't getting higher compensation because of favoritism or because they're a female. They're getting higher compensation because their claims are often more complex. Their injuries are more likely to be long term. Their documentation is often stronger. Their service related trauma is frequently severe. This isn't about gender, it's about pattern. Again, it's about evidence. It's about building a bulletproof claim. It's about the type of conditions most veterans face while serving. Okay. What can you learn from all of this? Okay. Listen carefully because this is the real takeaway. Female veterans consistently document their symptoms, they consistently seek treatment, they consistently report medical and mental health issues. They file comprehensive, high conditioned claim packages. And that is why their numbers look better. If you're a veteran of any gender, the lesson is pretty simple. Stop minimizing your conditions, stop ignoring your symptoms, stop trying to be tough instead of tracking your health, and stop filing weak, non strategic, incomplete claims. The veterans who win are the veterans who document. They're the veterans who treat, and they're the veterans who submit strong evidence. Okay. At the end of the day, the VA isn't paying women more because they're women. The VA is paying higher because the claims show higher severity, stronger documentation, and clearer medical pathways. So if you're tired of being underrated, if you feel stuck in the system, if you want the rating you actually earn, take a page from the data, document everything, get treatment, veterans, and file like your future depends on it because it does. This is your service. This is your sacrifice. This is your compensation. It's very important to make sure that you do that. I want to note some very key points here. 726,091 female veterans receive VA disability compensation. That is 12.1% of all recipients as of right now, with an average annual payment of just over $27,500. That's $2,463 higher than the male average of $25,251, driven by higher VA disability ratings. Nearly 29%, so almost 30% of female recipients have a 100% VA rating compared to just over 25% of males, with higher proportions also at the 90, 80, and 70% levels, resulting in increased overall compensation. Conditions such as I spoke about earlier in this live stream, military sexual trauma related to PTSD, migraines, musculoskeletal injuries, etc., are more common among women veterans and may contribute to higher VA disability ratings. Female veterans continue to face barriers such as invisibility, MST stigma, and equipment issues. A lot of female veterans have never even complained about a lot of their military sexual trauma and what they've had go on while in the service, but their numbers are rising rapidly. 57,921, almost 58,000 new recipients in the fiscal year of 2024, right? Got VA disability benefits with benefits reflecting the full toll of their service. Okay. It's very, very important. So, by the numbers, female veterans and VA disability, again, over 726,000 female veterans are receiving compensation. That's 12%. That's 12%, just over 12% percentage of all recipients. An average payment of over $27,000, almost 28,000 bucks, and over 57,000, almost 58,000 new VA disability recipients for female veterans. Okay. Female disabled veterans receive $2,463 more per year than disabled male veterans on average. A lot of people are surprised to learn that there are more than 720,000 female veterans receiving benefits from the VA, let alone that their benefits reflect higher combined VA disability ratings on average. But the numbers do not lie. Female veterans are significant and growing, and they're a growing part of the VA disability compensation program. Okay. The VA assigns disability ratings in 10% increments from 0 to 100%. Higher ratings mean higher monthly payments, with 100% currently starting at $3,831.30. That's the base rate per month for a veteran who is single in 2025, more than $45,000 annually, plus any potential special monthly compensation that they may or may not get. While 100% VA ratings are overall disproportionate to lower ratings, female veterans tend to lean heavily toward the higher end of the scale. So, female veterans are 3.26 percentage points more likely to be rated 100% disabled. Nearly 29 out of every 100 female compensation recipients are considered totally disabled by the VA, compared to just over 25 out of 100 males. This shift toward higher ratings directly explains the $2,463 higher overall average annual payment in the fiscal year of 2024. So a larger proportion of female veterans have their full service-connected disabilities recognized at severe levels. Why does this happen? Right? Here are the possible contributing factors that I hit on earlier. Military sexual trauma, MST, can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, often combined with secondary conditions like depression, anxiety, and migraines. While exact MST numbers aren't broken out by gender, MST is generally more prevalent among women veterans, and the VA has improved processing of these very sensitive claims. They take it very, very serious. Okay. There's also an increased combat and deployment exposure. Since 9/11, post 9/11 wars integrated women into combat roles more than ever before. Female veterans from the Gulf War era onward show higher average payments, reflecting blast injuries, toxic exposures under the PACT Act, and the physical toll of prolonged deployments. Okay. There's also more comprehensive claim filing. Many female veterans work with advocates, veteran service organizations, or one-on-one coaches to ensure that all conditions, primary, secondary, and gender specific, are thoroughly documented, which ends up leading to higher combined VA disability ratings. Okay. So again, what conditions are females claiming the most? PTSD, mental health, migraines, gynecological conditions, okay, musculoskeletal issues as well too. But the main thing is the mental health. There are approximately 455,000 mental health disabilities claimed among female recipients, including PTSD, major depressive disorder, and anxiety. And again, MST plays a major role here and can contribute to ratings between 70% and 100% for PTSD. And more women are claiming that than men do. Okay. It is happening to women more than it does to men, the military sexual trauma. Female veterans carry the same physical loads as men, in addition to gender specific conditions and the invisible wounds of military sexual trauma. This combination can tend to stack ratings higher. Very important to face that. Okay. Higher average VA monthly compensation indicates progress, but it also reflects significant sacrifices and ongoing challenges. Invisibility, military sexual trauma, and ill fitting equipment. Body armor, helmets, packs historically designed for male anatomy cause higher rates of neck, back, and lower extremity injuries. These are 100% claimable as service connected. And then the invisibility. Female veterans are often not recognized as veterans in daily life sometimes. The phrase, thank you for your service, is often directed to their male partner sometimes. At VA facilities, assumptions persist that veterans are male. So what the higher VA compensation really means is more female veterans have a 100% VA rating because their disabilities are more severe. They're claiming higher quality claim conditions, and they are more thoroughly documented getting more care. So get the care that you need, okay? Whether it's due to actual severity, better claim preparation, or VA's improving acknowledgement of women specific conditions, the data show their service exacted, you know, um, a heavier toll. There's a lot of military sexual trauma, and they're speaking up about it. They're speaking up about it. So very, very important. So female veterans are growing. They are an essential part of the veteran community. More than over 726,000 women whose service, sacrifice, and recovery deserve full recognition. Their higher compensation isn't about advantage, it's the evidence that the VA is beginning to acknowledge women's unique experiences and the lasting impact and toll of their service. So, if you're a female veteran, act. If you need help, reach out. Whether you're filing your first claim, appealing a denial, or seeking an increase, you've earned every single benefit available to you. The VA can't recognize what is not claimed for anyone listening. Your service matters. Everyone's service matters. Your disabilities are real, and your VA benefits are waiting. I hope that this encouraged you and has helped you out. Just thank you guys for your service as well. And beautifully bliss. So good to hear from you. And yes, don't give up. It took you 23 months, but guess what? You got that 100% PNT. And yes. Farm girl, thank you for all your help. I agree. Women do tend to go see doctors more often than men. I've been married for decades. My husband has been to the doctor once. There you go. Yeah, it took you 30 years to file your first claim. You just had no idea you qualified. And that is so true. So many people do not understand that they do not qualify, or that they do qualify. I'm sorry. They feel like they do not qualify. And also we're just not educated on it. We just don't tell each other. We just aren't getting the help and everything that we deserve and that we need. So that is a lot of what ends up happening. And a lot of veterans just get out and they go into civilian life and they just keep it moving and they suck things up and deal with it, especially our older veterans, our Vietnam veterans, our Gulf War veterans, or Desert Storm, early 9/11 veterans, people who got out early 2000s. We just have sucked it up and dealt with it. VA disability and stuff, education, channels like this have been becoming more relevant as of the last 5 years, and growing and more. So listen, just get the help that you need. Be in the best position to win your claim. Don't give up. Keep going. Proud of both of you ladies. Honored to be able to help you, Farm Girl, as well. We were able to get her. She was able to get to 100%. Just, so awesome. So proud of her. And just everyone. And same with you, beautifully blissful. So happy for you. Every veteran should get the benefits that they deserve, whether that's 10%, 150, 70, whatever it is, and we're not here to promote gaming a system or anything, but get the benefits that you deserve. Okay. Get what you can get. If the medical evidence is there, be truthful, honest, integral about it, be upright, get the help that you need. If you do need help, reach out. We are here to put you in the best position. We're very fortunate. We're going to do things honestly, integrally, and ethically. We are super fair in everything that we do. And we just want people to be in the best position. I'm a veteran serving veterans. And listen, we care about you. You matter. You matter. You matter. Don't give up. Don't give up at all. Okay. Keep going. Keep fighting. You got to. You got to. You got to. Thank you for your service. Female veterans, salute to you. Thank you for your service. All veterans, thank you for your service. I appreciate you so much. We care about you. We love you. Stay tuned. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and keep going. Till next time I'm out. Happy holidays. Peace.